Good morning, students. In a last period, we started third lesson of the geography, that is tides. We took some information about the types of the tides and its occurrence, as well as we learned some information about the powers or the forces of earth, that is gravitational force as well as centrifugal force. Today we are going to learn some information about the effects of the tides, waves and the tsunami. First, we will learn some effects of the tides. There are some positive and the negative effects of the tide. We are going to learn both positive and the negative effects of the tides. Following are the effects of tides. The first one, due to the high tides, fishes come to the coastal area and this helps in a fishing activity. The tides clear the waste from the coast. Due to the high tide and the low tide, waste on the coast mixed with the water and the coast become the clear or clean one. Okay, it is a benefit or the effect of tide. Coast become the clear or clean. Ports do not get filled with the sediments. At a coastal area, soil, some small stones and sediments are deposited if tides are not there. Due to the tides, these small things mix with the water and it deposits into the ocean, not on the coastal area. So, it helps to do not deposit these things on the coastal area. Due to that, ports do not get filled with the sediments. Ships can easily move in the ports at the time of high tides. You know that on the coastal area ships are coming. That ships come with the help of high tide, because on a high tide level of water increase. Due to that water, that ships are able to come in a ports. Okay, it is a effect of a tide. During the high tides, sea water can be stored in a salt plains. From that we can obtain the salt. Means for making of the salt, tides are essential. It is one effect of the tide. The tidal force can be used for the generation of electricity. We can make the electricity from this. The timing of the tides we have to know if we are the swimmers in a ocean or sea. If we don't know the timing of the tides, then accident may be causes. So it is a one negative effect of a tide. Accident will be caused. As well as the tide helps in maintaining the mangroves and the coastal biodiversity. It is a one positive effect of a tide. As well as tide makes the lagoons. What is mean by lagoons? Lagoons means marshy land. On a coastal area, every times water came in a high tide, and due to that salty water, that land become the lagoons or marshy. We are not able to produce anything on that place. Okay, it is known as the marshy or the lagoons land. Now see what are the effects. Some photos are given to you. In a first photo, fishing activity shown to you. In a second one, ships are coming into the ports due to the high tides. In a third one, people are making the salt. In a fourth one, here tidal energy, electricity made by the water, here shown to you. Here see some lagoon places are shown to you. Due to the tides, biodiversity also or the mangroves forest also save, that also shown to you. Garbage deposited on the coast, due to the tides it went into the ocean and the coastal area become the clean one. And in a last photo shown that the people are swimming into the coastal area in a ocean. If they don't know the timing of the tides, then the accident will be occur to them. These are some effects of the tides. Okay, understood this? Now we will come on the next point, the timing of the tides. Something I want to clear you. You have to listen it very carefully. Tides occur continuously. Yes, when the tide occur continuously. In a one cycle of tide, there is a one high tide and a low tide. Means in a one cycle of the tide, the one high tide and the one low tide is included. After reaching the maximum water level during the high tide, the low tide set up. Similarly, after reaching to the lowest water level during the low tide, the next high tide will set in. Means alternatively, one high tide and one low tide occur every day. The timing of the high tide and the low tide changing every day due to the rotation of a earth. Okay, you got this one, timing of the tides. Every day the timing of the tides changes due to the rotation of a earth. Understood this one? Now one activity is there for you. Take a wide open large dish. Everyone have a dish at their home. You have to take a one dish and you have to keep that dish on a table. Fill that dish with the water, and now you have to generate a wave in a water without touching to the dish or table. How you have to make the waves in that water without touching to the water or dish or table? Is it possible? Think. Without touching to the dish and table, can you prepare or generate some waves in a water surface? Yes, it is possible. Then how? You have to blow air on that water surface. Then the ripples or the waves are generated. Then what is mean by waves? The sea water get pushed by the wind and ripples are formed or generated on a surface of a water. This is known as a tides. Tide means nothing other thing whatever the ripples are formed due to the pressure of a air on a water surface of a ocean. They are known as the tides. Sea water moves up and down as well as forward and backward due to the waves. How the sea waters move upward and downward. The waves bring energy contained in them to the coastal area. Waves break in a small parts at the coastal area. The large and the small waves are formed continuously on the surface of a ocean water. Generation of a wave is a natural and the regular activity. Waves are formed due to the forces of a wind. See this figure, it is a figure of wave or the picture of wave. Wave is generated due to the force of the water in a ocean. Okay. Let's learn some structure of a wave. How is the wave? How it forms? Which things are there in a wave? See this figure carefully. You have to see that things, that names, whatever I said to you when I am explaining the structure of a wave. Understood this? Wave consists of a crest and the trough. Understood? First thing, one wave consists of a one crest and the one trough. What is mean by crest then? A raised up portion of a wave is known as the crest. See here, whatever the upside portion comes, that upside portion or the raised up portion is known as the crest. Now the second one, what is mean by trough? Depressed portion of a wave is known as the crest. Is known as the trough. Means whatever the downside portion is there in this figure, it is known as the trough. Shown here, names are given to you, crest and the trough. Now what is mean by amplitude? See in a second wave. The vertical distance between one crest and the following trough is known as the amplitude. Yes, every one of you see here amplitude is shown to you. Now the next concept, wavelength. The distance between two successive crests or the trough is known as the wavelength. See here, distance between two crests upside shown to you, it is also known as wavelength, as well as distance between two continued troughs, it is also known as wavelength. Here two wavelengths are shown here in upside and one is downside. These wavelengths are denoted by lambda. Yes, you have to know these wavelengths are denoted by lambda. Velocity of waves are depend on the velocity of wind. Underline these lines. Yes, these lines are very important. Underline this one. On page number 13, structure of a waves. Last three lines. The wavelength and its amplitude and its velocity depend upon the velocity of wind. These lines you have to underline, or this sentence you have to underline. Many times question will be asked on this. Wavelength, its amplitude and its velocity means the velocity of wave. Here part of the waves are given to you. All that parts of the waves are depend upon the velocity of wind. Means the velocity of a wave is depend upon velocity of wind. Understood this? Many times question will be asked on this point. On what does the velocity of waves depend? And the answer is velocity of waves depends upon the velocity of wind. If velocity or the speed of the wind is fast, then the large waves are formed. If velocity or the speed of the wind is slow, then the small waves are formed. It means that velocity of waves are depend upon the velocity of wind. Understood this? Now we will learn some information about the velocity of the waves. If you stand at the coastal area, that time you feel that the waves are coming towards you. But in a real, waves are not coming towards the coastal area. Many times you went to the ocean or to see the coastal area, beaches. That time when you are standing on the coastal area, you feel that some waves or the tides are coming towards you. Yes, and it is not real. Waves are not coming towards you or the coastal area. They move only upward and downward. Sir, how it is possible? We seen these things, waves are coming to us. Now do one activity or think on this one. We took one ball and we throw that ball into a ocean on a some distance, not on a coastal area. We went some inside in a ocean and we kept that ball on a ocean surface in a water. What will happen? You think the ball will come to the coastal area? No. Ball remain constant on that place. Yes, only the upward and downward movement we are able to see of that ball. Means that waves are not coming to the coastal area, they are moving only on that place upward and downward. Understood this? Then what will come to the coast? Remember that the water in a wave does not move. What moves is energy. Whatever the energy is there in a waves, they pass to the next wave. They pass to the next wave, and that energy comes to the coastal area, not the waves. Understood this one? Little bit hard it is, but factual things are there, so you have to understood it. Now see, the main reason of the wave generation is wind, that you learn now, but sometimes due to the earthquake and the volcanic eruption, some waves are generated. What happen regularly? How the waves are formed? Waves are formed due to the pressure or the power of wind. But sometime what happen? At the downside in a ocean floor, some earthquake or the volcanic eruptions are there. And due to that volcanic eruption and the earthquake, some waves are generated. That waves have the great height, or these waves are more have the more height, or it is large one. So these waves are very destructive. Regular ones 10 feet, 15 feet waves are there, but when the tsunamis are there, when these waves are occurred due to the earthquake, it is of hundreds of feet, thousands of feet, and they are very destructive. And these waves are known as tsunami. Okay, what we call to these wave? We call to these waves tsunami. In that tsunami spelling, T is silent. So to tsunami like this, don't pronounce, it is the tsunami. In a tsunami, what happened? Due to the tsunami, the huge loss of the property and the life occur. Why it's occur? Because these waves are very destructive and coming to the coastal area very fastly. Whatever the things, animals, houses, roads come inside the road of that waves, they destroy all these things. That's why these tsunamis are very dangerous. In 2004, due to the earthquake in a Sumatra island in Indonesia, tsunami came. When it came, on this line, underline this line also, on this one many times question will be asked, when the tsunami occur, what is the reason of tsunami, where that tsunami generated, that you have to know. In 2004, due to the earthquake, the tsunamis are generated near the Sumatra island of Indonesia. Due to this tsunami, many people died and a lot of loss of property is there. This tsunami affect to the India as well as Sri Lankan coastal area. See these photos. Yes, what you seen in these photos? These photos are of tsunami of 2004 in Indonesia. Large and the destructive waves are coming to the coastal area, and there was a great loss of the life and the property. Houses are broken, animals, humans are died, whatever the infrastructure made in that Indonesia broke down, everything is broken in that tsunami. So these waves are very destructive. Here some match the pairs will be asked to you on this one. Tsunami means the destructive waves generated due to the earthquake and the volcanic eruption. Understood this? Now come on the last. Let's take a one recap on this lesson. Okay, the movement of sea water is known as tides. High tide means the increase in a water level. Low tide means decrease in a water level. The earth have two main types of the forces. First one is a centrifugal force and the second one is a gravitational force. Centrifugal force means outward from the center of the earth. and the gravitational force means towards the center of earth. Gravitational force is many times greater than the centrifugal force. On a full moon day, there is more high tide than the regular one and more low tide than the regular. It is known as the spring tide. On a quarter days, there is a small high tide and a small low tide. It is known as the spring tide. Seawater get pushed by the wind and the ripples are generated on the water surface. It is known as the waves. Waves consist of one crest and one trough. Tsunamis are the destructive waves. These waves are generated due to the earthquake and the volcanic eruption. In 2004, tsunami waves are generated in Indonesia. There was a great loss of the life and the property due to the tsunamis. Hope you understood this lesson. Write down exercise given below and send me the photographs of exercise. In a next week your exam is there, so you have to prepare the lesson. Best of luck for exam. Thank you.